Hey y'all. Today's lesson, hopefully you have your book, volume 2. This is chapter 10. Chapter 10, lesson 3, shopping payment methods. We've been talking about financial literacy, and we talked about interest, simple interest, compound interest, and next we're going to talk about payment methods. So I'm using the note guide that comes along in your textbook, and we're just going to change maybe a few things. First thing I want you to look at are the TEKS. So this is our goal. This is our standard. Identify and explain the advantages and disadvantages of different payments. So we're not actually like solving anything, or I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. We're not actually like solving anything or figuring out interest or figuring out payments. We are talking about advantages and disadvantages. And then we have some vocabulary over here: debit card, credit card, and store value card. So instead of calling it a store value card, we're going to call it a gift card, because I think a gift card makes more sense to us. A store value card is a gift card for a store, and it only has value at that store, so a gift card. All right, so we have a paragraph. And a debit card immediately removes the money from your account. A credit card allows a buyer to put off paying for a purchase until future, so credit card is future. And a store value card, in other words, a gift card, such as a gift card right there, has a prepaid value. So a lot of times if you get a gift card for Christmas or your birthday or for something, it'll already have, $10, $15, $20, whatever, and that is the value of that gift card. You can't spend more than is on that gift card unless you have extra money. So part 1 right here, use the terms to get the label. So the first one, payment is made before the time of purchase. Before the time of purchase. So what that means is the payment is already loaded onto a card, so this would be gift card. Because if you have received a gift card from someone, let's say someone gives you a gift card to Target, Walmart, Amazon, the money has already been put on the card. The payment, that $20, $25 already been put there even before you go spend it. Number 2, payment is made at the time of purchase. So at the time of purchase immediately would be your debit card. So your debit card, as soon as you swipe that debit card, that money comes out of your account right then and there. And then payment is made after the time of purchase. So you've purchased something on a credit card, but the payment actually hasn't come out of your account yet. So that's what that means in the future. The payment comes after you purchase it. And there are advantages and disadvantages to all of these, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So down at the bottom, real world investigation. Marty had a store value card, so Marty had a gift card for $50 to an online music store. Online music store. He bought $44.95 of merchandise, so $44.95 of merchandise. Describe one advantage and one disadvantage to using the store value cards to make this purchase. So one advantage and one disadvantage. So we're just going to organize it like that. One advantage and one disadvantage. So he had a gift card to an online music store for $50, and he spent $4.95. Is it shaking? Okay. Describe one advantage of using a store value card. Well, probably the biggest advantage of using the store-bought, the gift card, is payments already made. That's probably the biggest advantage, is you've already made the payment. Either someone gave you a gift card, or you used your money and bought a gift card. My sons love GameStop, and so for Christmas and birthdays they always ask for GameStop gift cards. Then they can go in GameStop and they have their gift cards, and they can buy new games or controllers, or I don't even know what they buy. I don't really go on GameStop. So one disadvantage of using a gift card, and this is like a real life disadvantage, is he has $50 to spend, and he spends about $45, right? So he has let's just say he has $5.05 left over. on his gift card. Does he get that money, $5.05? Like, does he get change? No, it stays on the gift card. So what happens to that money? It depends. He could spend it if he can find something for $5, or it just stays on the gift card. And so one of the disadvantages is you have some unused money left. That's one of the disadvantages of a gift card, is because you've got some money left on your gift card that you didn't use. All right. So second page. All right, and we have this nice chart, advantages and disadvantages of the different payment methods. So you can go in and read here, but I'm going to just give you a couple to highlight. Debit cards, it's immediately removed. And so this would be an advantage, and this would be your disadvantage. Fees are charged if you accidentally spend more than what you have in your account. So that is the disadvantage of using a debit card. If you only have $100 in your account and you try to buy something with that's $150, you'll get a fee. Hey, pretty flowers. It's okay, I'm almost done. Sorry. Credit cards. Payments can be made in the future, so that would be an advantage. There is an assigned spending limit. So some could see that as an advantage, but probably most would see that as a disadvantage. Your credit rating is affected. And again, that could be both if your credit rating is going up or if your credit rating is going down. And interest might be charged on borrowed amounts that's not fully, so this is a disadvantage, that you'd be charged interest. If you're charged interest, that's a disadvantage because then you have to pay back more. Store value cards, so we're just going to call this gift cards. No additional funds are required, so that's an advantage. You don't need more money. Spending is limited to the amount on the card, so that's your disadvantage. It's limited. And your credit rating is not affected. So that's an advantage. Your credit rating is not going to go down because you use a gift card. It has nothing to do with your credit rating. So those are just a little keys. Now, your credit rating is affected. The reason I left that one blank is because sometimes your credit card history can improve your credit score, and then sometimes it can negatively impact your credit score. So we have some examples. Explain the advantages and disadvantages, and Aaron and Garrett both have an example, and you can read that. I'm not going to sit here and read that to you. That would be a waste. So let's go to the got it at the bottom. Hector will use a credit card to pay for a computer tablet that costs $3.99. So he's using a credit card. So there is his payment method. He has $122.45 in his checking account. Explain the advantages and disadvantages to using a credit card. Now, he has some money, but does he have enough to pay for the tablet? And the answer is no, he doesn't have enough. He doesn't even have half the amount that he needs to pay for the tablet. So like in my mom brain, I'm thinking, then Hector doesn't need to buy a tablet because he doesn't have enough money. But Hector is using a credit card. So we need to list some advantages and some disadvantages for his credit card choice. So we can go up and look at credit card and kind of see the advantages and disadvantages. So one of the advantages is that he can make future payments. So he can buy it now and he can make future payments because he doesn't have enough money. All right, so he can make future payments. It might affect his rating. It doesn't tell us any information about his rating. And then the other thing is your interest. So the disadvantage is, who is this? Hector. He could pay interest if he doesn't pay off quickly. And what that means is different credit card companies have different rules, but some credit card companies, if you don't pay it off by 1 month or 2 months, they'll charge you interest, and then you have to pay off the balance plus your interest. And so that's the disadvantage of using a credit card. For any credit card is you might have to pay an interest fee. And so in the examples, this example is a debit card. and this example is a credit card. So you can go back and you can read those. Now, these answers are a lot more wordy than mine. I just want to see your complete thought. I want to see that you can tell what's an advantage and what's a disadvantage, and then you also have your chart up here. All right, so we'll practice more in class.